Hey y'all, welcome back to Summertime Tarot. Summer here with another pick a card reading. This reading is a September check-in reading, so we're just going to be taking a look at what's going on with you right now as we enter September and what you can expect to unfold throughout the month, okay? So we have three piles. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, I'll give it to you one more time. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but if you need more time, pause the video. I'm gonna go ahead and start with pile 1. Pile 1. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with you. Okay. So, the month of September is going to be one where you're really going to have to get quiet and go within. So there may be a lot of or a big push for you to really expand your knowledge, your wisdom, when it comes to your spiritual practices, when it comes to your spiritual knowledge. And so some of you could even be looking for like a leader, a spiritual leader, or spiritual teacher. And so in the month of September, you're really going to be called to really get quiet and to really spend time connecting with the divine, listening and growing your gifts here, growing your knowledge, and growing in your understanding of the signs, synchronicities, your dreams, all of that. What I'm really getting here is really important for you to learn how to follow here in the month of September. Okay. Yeah, we got bells here, and I don't know if you heard it, but like the train went by when I started your reading. So sounds for you, that could be really big for you. Clairaudience, so your gift for you may be growing, or whatever spiritual gift here. That I feel that's your strongest would be growing for you here, but there may also be a new spiritual gift for you showing up here in the month of September that you're being called to work with and to grow. Okay. So just make sure you're making note of like any sounds that you may hear, or what you hear when you kind of get like revelations or downloads. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's going to be a signal for you going forward. Right? It's going to, right, you're growing your language, your spiritual language, the language that your ancestors, your guides use with you. So just be aware here in the month of September. Dreams as well. Make sure you're making note and keeping note of your dreams. Some of you could even be being initiated or wanting to be initiated here. I'm hearing fall in line, so it's like don't try to rush anything. It's gonna come when it's supposed to come. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into your cards. Logan, the first card, the moon. That's funny. Okay, let's see here. Oh, all right. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, that's a lot. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. There. First thing I'm getting is don't get big-headed here. Okay. Um. Don't let your pride get in your way this month. Okay. And I feel like that has to do with making sure that you are staying consistent with your rituals, your offerings, right? Um, yeah. What's coming to my mind is a hard head make for a soft bottom. So it's making sure that you're doing what you need to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're expected to do, because that's going to play a role in um, your manifestation for the month, um, but also your growth. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, they're saying to not be afraid to ask for what it is that you need and what it is that you want. What's coming up, mind? Oh, you know that video. You think it's small, think big. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. hmm So some of you here could be worried about like, ooh, money, right? Because I feel like you're being called to really focus on spirituality, following your heart here when it comes to uh, your purpose, your life path, that kind of thing. But you could be worried about money. You could be worried about how you're going to take care of yourself, this kind of thing. So it's important for you here to um, make sure that you're using your gifts, your talents in order to manifest what it is that you need, right? Because I feel like here, right, we picked the shaman. So you have some spiritual understanding, you have some spiritual knowledge, but it's important that you're not allowing that to kind of just fall by the wayside as you try and pursue more like worldly things, or take care of more worldly matters. You feel what I'm saying? For some of you, this could actually be in reference to love here, but mainly I'm getting like money, and the things that you have on your heart. Um, so it's important that you I'm hearing stick to the script, so you keep um, you keep your focus on the bigger picture. You keep your focus on what's truly at the heart of things, which is your connection to the divine here. Making sure that you're putting that first and foremost, in your life, and that anything that you need, anything that you desire, you're going to the divine about it first. Feel what I'm saying? Rather than feeling like you have to do it all on your lonesome, or you're trying to go out here and do things that you know in your heart maybe you shouldn't be doing, or you need to consult the divine for. All right. Yeah. Okay. Because with this rose here, what I'm getting is there may be a love here, or a romantic interest that something that you want, that you may be pursuing, that you may feel intuitively is out of alignment with what you're being called to do. Um, so make sure you're not pursuing anything or anyone. Um, if you're if intuitively you feel like it's not right. Okay. What else here? Right. And if you're uncertain, right, going back to the whole message, go to the divine about it, right? Don't try and figure it out on your own, or like, well, maybe if I do this, no. Just pray about it, ask for clarity, and when you receive that, act accordingly. Okay. I mean, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but heed my warning. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, because there's something here that you're supposed to be focusing on, and it has to do with your spiritual path, your purpose. So they're saying not to lose sight of that, to keep that at the forefront of your mind of every day, making sure that you're being consistent with your spiritual practice, making sure you're waking up, you're doing your prayers, you're doing what you need to do, in order to keep that connection strong, to keep that energy flowing. Okay. Um, what else? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're speaking of abundance coming in, but this is something that you're going to have to continue to water. You're going to have to continue to put in the work. You're going to have to continue to feed what it is that you want to grow. And that may actually look like you kind of starving the things in your life that aren't really in alignment with your purpose right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So they're speaking of your connection with like animals, and animal wisdom growing here. Um, but it's going to take you really putting your heart and your focus into it, that you're being consistent with, like I said at the beginning, learning, growing that knowledge. Okay. Because this month of September, it looks like whatever it is that you put your focus on will grow, but it needs to remain in alignment with the divine, right? It's like, um, you just want to make sure that whatever it is that you're putting your focus on, you go to the divine first about it, right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? What is it that you want me to focus on at this time? And listen and put your focus on that, and it's gonna grow. Okay? As long as you're consistent, as long as you're showing up, as long as you're doing the work. And it's also about, your heart here, right? Because I feel like for some of you, there is this desire for love, for maybe a romantic partner, or more, what am I thinking of? Only way I can think of it, more 3D things, right? Things of this world. So like, um, money, or followers, or love, right? Not that they're bad, but in the month of September, you're really being called to put your focus here on your spiritual path. Um, and everything else will follow. Okay? Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Because it's not that, right? I keep going. Listen, let me explain what I'm saying, right? Because it's not that. Because I do see a love here for you, but you're going to have to learn how to balance, right? So there's something here that you want, right? For some of you, it's love. For some of you, it's money, or whatever. But you're going to have to learn how to balance it, um, with your spiritual. Okay, you're going to have to make sure that you're conceding everything to your spiritual path, to your purpose. And if it's supposed to be in your life, it will. It's not going to die out from you, like not giving it that love and attention or whatever. And if it is, then it may not be what you need in your life right now. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully that made sense. Let me know down in the comments. I hope I'm making sense, okay? Because I feel like I'm going on a tangent or something. But let me know down in the comments if this is resonating, if it's making sense for you, okay? I kind of want to pull another card and see if there are any other messages for power. Oh no, wait a minute now. Okay, I'm gonna take them. They fill out. So we got the Hermit. Okay, listen, we got Mother Earth, we got the Sage, and we got Direction Guardian. And then my throat here, so like your throat chakra. Yeah, your throat chakra is coming up here. So you're going to have to learn how to speak up here, to say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got Hermit. It says retreat and recharge. So yeah, this is time really spent with yourself and with the divine, connecting with yourself. Right. We have Mother Earth here. Feel loved and comforted. Then we have Sage. Be dedicated and committed. And then Direction Guardian. Choose your path. Yeah. So this month is all about like deciding what's most important to you. Is it love? Is it your career? Is it your spirituality? What is it? It's your spiritual path, your purpose. What is it? And like hauling ass that way. Okay? Really putting your focus, putting your attention on it, and being consistent and showing up. And it's going to feed you. Right? Whatever you put your focus on, that's what's going to grow. So be mindful of what it is that you're putting your focus on in the month of September. Okay? That's all I have for you, Power One. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. Alright, but I truly appreciate you. I've enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out. Pow 2. Alright, so we got the Air Guardian here. It says shift your perception. Yeah, so the first thing that I'm picking up here is for you, Pal 2, you could have been spending a lot of time recently, or maybe just in the recent past or in your childhood, something like that, where you put a lot of focus on what people thought of you or how people perceived you. And so now the shift, this change that is coming in is really asking you, like, what do you think of you? Who is it that you want to be? You know what I'm saying? And to put your focus on that, put your attention on that, and really growing and stretching your wings, so to speak, and becoming the person that you desire, becoming the person that you are called to be, rather than putting so much focus on who everybody thinks you should be or who everybody thinks you are. All right. For some of you here, this month you could be spending a lot of time getting to know like your ancestry, digging up ancestral gems, ancestral knowledge, okay? Diving into your history, learning about history. Let's see what else. Or even mythology. I'm getting mythology, but you know, all spirituality, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's really, really diving deep, getting to know yourself on all levels, right? Getting to know where you come from and who you are, and where it is that you're going. I'm getting a mermaid vibe here. So you may be interested in mermaids, or maybe um, um, water goddesses or water spirits here. You could be spending time by the water. But also, this is air guardian, so you could be connected to the birds. You could receive messages from the birds. But it's okay, okay. So what I'm getting is like you maybe have mastered, or you're mastering um, one element, right? And you're trying to expand and to grow and learn about other elements, to dive into other elements. Oh my gosh. So the throat chakra here is coming up for you here. What else? Okay, drawing here. So some of you could be creatives. So maybe you draw, you write. This is going to be a good month for you for that, to really get creative and to explore your creativity. And I feel like this is really connected to your shadow work here. So if there are any fears or insecurities that you have, it would be good for you to explore those things through creative outlets. So through drawing, through writing, expressing that, getting that out, and that could be a good form of healing and reflection. Okay, but let's go ahead and get your cards going here. Let's see. I'm also getting an octopus. So you have many sides. You have a lot of ancient wisdom that's coming to you. So it's just about being open to it and being receptive. Okay. I'm getting a scent here, so you may be sensitive to smell. That may be one of your clairs here. All right. So you may actually receive messages. So like if you smell something different or new in your environment, be aware of it, right? Because it's a message that's trying to come to you, right? It could be a spirit that's trying to communicate or give you a message here, or there's something that you need to be you need to be made aware of in your environment. Okay. Oh wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna take it though. I'm gonna take it just for you, pile two. Oh my gosh. So many cards. All right, hold on. Ooh, child. Yeah. So September is really going to be a month where you're really wanting to find and solidify like your own path when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your life purpose here. Some of you here may actually either like be like freelance, or you have your own business, and so this month is going to be really important for you to be consistent here with what it is that you do, what it is that you offer. um yeah, right. So they're really saying it's really important for you to get out of your head here, to let go of any kind of negativity, any negative thoughts, any um, what I'm hearing is fear mongering. So like anything that keeps you in a negative space, keeps you in a negative mindset of yourself and what it is that you can accomplish, what it is you can do. Okay, yeah, it's going to be important for you in the month of September to get out of your comfort zone and to really like put out there what it is that you do. Because I feel like, right, you picked the air guardian, so you're a person that probably doesn't really like the usual, the normal stuff. When it comes to work, you may um, not be a person that likes to be restricted in any way, right? When it comes to work, when it comes to anything, really, when it comes to your spiritual practices, when it comes to um, what it is that you wish to do, okay? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so there, for some of you here, there is a romance here that's showing up. Um, mm, and I feel like you've been kind of holding back or really wanting to protect yourself from any kind of hurt, any kind of pain, any kind of discomfort in all areas of your life, be it romance, be it career. Excuse me. And in the month of September, you're being called to kind of get out of your comfort zone, right? To do something a little bit different, to take some risks, um, and to not be so focused on, so close minded, or so focused on the negative, so focused on what could go wrong, but to really start thinking about what could go right. Okay? Hmm. Yeah, they're speaking on really just embracing who you are, um, embracing those aspects of yourself that maybe you feel are not accepted by this, by your society, by people around you, because that's what makes you you, and that's what sets you apart from other people. And rather than kind of getting down on yourself for those things, learning how to embrace them and learning how to make them work for you. Okay. Right, that's when it comes to love, and that's when it comes to career as well, and just in all areas of your life. Yeah. So this month, right, for some of you, you could even have a birthday in the month of September, um, and it's kind of pushing you to really bear it all, to be yourself, to embrace who you are, and to embrace where you are on your journey, and to have a little bit more fun doing it. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, so they're speaking about making sure that you're being consistent with your rituals, with your cleanses, making sure that you are wearing your whatever, like jewelry or amulets or protective whatever that you wear on a consistent basis, because that's actually going to help you to feel more secure, to feel more safe, and also more confident, um, okay, within yourself and with what it is that you do and what it is that you bring to the world. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to anything like any love offers or any even like business offers, right? If you feel I want to say like if you feel like it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? So just be mindful of what it is that you're picking up, right? Of course, it's like don't jump to any conclusions, but be aware of what it is that you're receiving intuitively, and don't try and brush it off in order to appease anyone or to whatever. No, listen to yourself, listen to your gut, trust your instincts. But also don't be afraid to you know take risks where you feel comfortable and secure enough to do so. All right, let's see. For some of you, you could be working through a lot of anger or frustration here when it comes to um, just everyday life. Okay, and so yeah, there could be a person here, right? A romantic interest, or just even an opportunity that kind of brings in this new vibe that kind of gets you to um, see things in a new light, and even to feel new things, to experience new things. And it's all up to you whether or not you wish to take part in it or not. Okay. hmm but it seems like in the month of September you may be more open to this, so it's just important that you be mindful of your intentions and others' intentions, and making and seeing if they match up. And if not, you can go a different way. If so, you can choose to play. All right. Oh, okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, let's pull some more cards, and then we're gonna close this out. All right. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, they're saying you've been spending a lot of time by yourself, or um, maybe closed off. And so, in the month of September, you may be feeling um, more open to new experiences, to new people, to new things. And it's like, don't be afraid to try new things. Um, but also, listen to your wisdom, listen to your guidance. You know what's best for you. You can, talk to the divine, see what's best, and not be fearful of anything going wrong. Because I feel like you're very much in a space right now where you're more trusting of yourself. You're more trusting and comfortable with the divine and with your intuition to decipher and see, whether or not you want to make certain moves or not. And that's all that's really important here, right? Don't be fearful. Don't be afraid. Um, yeah. And they're saying they're very much like you probably already have dreams where they send you messages. So just be mindful of your dreams, heed the messages, and you're gonna be good. All right. Don't get too caught up in your head though. Just think, is this something that future me would thank me for, or like chastise me for before you do it. Okay. um but either way, it's all love, it's all good. And that's all I have for you, pile 2. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. I truly enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out. Pile 3. Excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, so pile 3, if you pick the snake, right? September is going to be all about like elevation and expansion for you here. Very much manifestation, calling in what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, and being in alignment with the divine. That's what's going to be really important for you in the month of September. Um, yeah. So your spiritual path, your spirituality, your purpose will very much be at the forefront of your mind here in the month of September. Um, but what I really get is it's going to be important for you to not be so fearful of making the wrong choices or the wrong decisions, but being very much present and listening to your own inner guidance system, and focusing on your connection to the divine, allowing that to guide you and finding comfort in that. Okay. Yeah, because this month is all about, like, right, as it says, shedding old skin, letting things go. So it may be a little bit uncomfortable for you this month, but for most of you, I really feel like this is going to be a time where you feel a little bit more free, a little bit more like nice, for lack of a better word. But let's see here. Let's get the cards going. Okay. No. Yeah, the first message I'm getting here is like to not get so bent up or focused on what it is that you're trying to manifest or what it is that you're trying to create, that you forget to enjoy life and just to kind of just be open, to be receptive to the present moment. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, some of you could be feeling very much overworked here in the month of September. And you could be looking for, right, when it comes to work, you could be looking for maybe, or even I'm getting like in the home, right? Like your home life may be wearing or weighing very heavy on you. And you may be looking for some me time or some time to really just kind of float and be more connected to your emotions, more connected to the present moment. And so it's going to be important for you here to be mindful of your emotions, to be mindful of your inner world and things that may be kind of surfacing that maybe you had put on the back burner in earlier months or before, because there may, these things may kind of show up as frustrations or anger, resentments that may be kind of trying to come through in the month of September. Or this could be somebody in your environment who may be feeling kind of, what's the word? Neglected in some way. Because you are kind of like focused on your own goals, you're focused on what's best for you, basically. And so it's really important here that you have patience, and that you think before you act. Make sure that you're thinking about how things are going to affect you going forward. Okay, right? Because I feel like with these emotions that are coming up, with these maybe old people or old situations that may be resurfacing, that may be coming back around, it may make you want to make certain moves or say certain things, and it's just important that you make time to process your emotions, to process your thoughts, before making any moves that could have that could have lasting effects on your life, on your future. Okay, not to like scare anyone. It's just like making sure that you are thinking soundly, thinking clearly before you make any big decisions. Okay, make sure that you have actually like processed your emotions, you've thought things through, you've weighed your options, because I feel there is going to be this desire to make a big change, to make a big shift for yourself, and you want to make sure that you're doing these things from a space of love, from a space of being whole and grounded and connected to the divine, rather than out of fear or out of angst. Hopefully I'm making sense here. Yeah, this is also shadow work that's coming up here. So what I'm getting is like it's important that you protect yourself from yourself as well. Like there may be maybe fears, anxieties, things that maybe you haven't dealt with, that may be showing up for you in the month of September, that may be weighing heavily on you, and this could actually kind of maybe push you to go back to old patterns or go back to old cycles. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of, right? This is why it's going to be important that you be mindful of your feelings, that and that you make time to really sit with them and to process them, so that you are not being, what's the word? You're not being taken over by them, to the point where you start doing things from an unhealed space, so to speak, but from a wounded space, or a wounded space. Some of you could like want a baby here at this time, or you could be thinking about your your future, settling down, moving. Um, and so the month of September is going to be a time where you don't want to be hasty, but you want to be like proactive, and you want to start really planning ahead, right? Saving money, um, getting things in alignment and aligned with what it is that you envision for yourself in the future. Okay. And some of you, you really need like to make sure that you're resting here, that you're not overworking yourself, that you're not stressing yourself out, um, and that you're really taking time to take care of yourself and to take care of your needs. Because as I said, this could be a very like emotional time, an overwhelming time, because you are doing a lot of healing, you are doing a lot of um, releasing and letting things go. So be patient with yourself. Be easy on yourself. Do your best to be present. It may be good to spend time by water, to get outdoors, and just to enjoy yourself and not get too overwhelmed, too caught up in um, you know thinking of the future or thinking of the past, but to be present. Okay. Well, let's pull a few more cards and then we're going to close this out. Messages. Okay. All right. No shout out. Let's see here. Yeah, so it's going to be important here that you be mindful of how you're connecting with people. Be mindful of your words here, right? Um, right, with this Druid card, it says hold space. Making sure that you're holding space not only for other people, but for yourself, right? So boundaries are going to be important here. Um, but also listening intently with your heart rather than just with your mind here, and I feel like that's important not only for other people, but listening to yourself, listening to your emotions, holding that space for you to be where you are along your journey and not getting so caught up in where you think you should be. um, Making sure that when you're talking to yourself and to others, that you're being mindful of your triggers, you're being mindful of what it is that you're trying to express on a heart level. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's really important, but also that's important when it comes to listening to what people are saying on a heart level as well. Then we have here mountains. Yeah, it says stand your ground, so this is speaking on boundaries as well. We have shapeshifter. It says transform and unveil your gifts. Okay. Yeah. So it's important for you here, right? Because some of you here could be really wanting to grow your spiritual gifts, to grow in your spirituality, and it's important that for that to happen, you need to be present. You need to be grounded, and just to allow yourself to be where you are, because it is right here in the present moment where you are going to actually build that foundation for those spiritual gifts, for that spiritual mastery, for that knowledge. So, making sure that you're making time um, to learn, when it comes to your spiritual knowledge, when it comes to growing that language with your ancestors, with the divine, with your spiritual team, um, and spending time really, in meditation and prayer, building that connection, and being consistent with these things that you wish to grow in your life, and not really getting caught up in the past or the future, but just allowing yourself to be present and allowing the present moment to guide you and to uplift you and to inspire you. Okay, but that's all I have for you, pile 3. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. I've enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out.